Hei, 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 hei. Meillä on tänään vähän uudelleen filmatisointia, meidän, öö, eli meidän nauhoitteesta oli jäänyt mikki äänittämättä. Joten mä ajattelin, että mä nauhoitan uudestaan että nauhoitan uudestaan sen kyseisen episodin. Se oli nimittäin äärimmäisen mind story heavy ja harmittaa, mutta pelaan sen uudestaan. Asiat ei siis tule minulle uutena, mutta minä haluan nauhoittaa sen joka tapauksessa, että sitten ne, jotka katsoo mahdollisesti näitä, niin pysyy kuitenkin kärryillä siinä, mitä tapahtuu. Eli mulla ei ollut savea, mä olin tallentanut sen päälle, niin Demons of Troskyä ei ole tässä suoritettuna loppuun, mutta me lähdetään suoraan tästä sitten tuonne kekkereille ja jatkamaan main storya ja sitten seuraavissa nauhoitteissa, muistaakseni äänet toimii, yritin ainakin tarkistaa, että toimii, niin itse pääsave sitten on tuolla jo matkan päässä, niin jatkamme sitten sieltä, että mä oon tämmöinen alternate universe Henri. Hans pitäisi löytää ja olla silleen, että hei, lähdetään bilettää. Muistaakseni se tulee tähän johonkin väliin. Varmaan vielä nukkumassa. Voisinpa itekin.
It's a beautiful day, isn't it, Henry?
Good morning, Hans. Did you hear? Apparently there's demons in the castle.
Damn it! If they weren't before, you surely just summoned them here yourself.
What? How?
Every time you say the word demon, one shows up. Don't you know that? Some words just shouldn't be used.
You just used it yourself.
Kurva! You tricked me, you blackguard!
A demon.
Stop it, you madman! I'm deadly serious.
Kyllä
You
lopeta
have
koskaan.
no idea what you're messing with. They really worked me over when I was little.
A demon.
Fine. If you really need to know, I'll tell you. I was about 5. I was sitting in the garden behind Perkstein, shouting, "Go to hell!" over the walls at anyone passing by. But doing that, I summoned a minion of hell who latched onto a carrot I unknowingly ate. I'd never been so sick in my life.
A demon.
I'm sure I swallowed him, because what came out of me the next day? I've never seen anything like it in my life. It had eyes and claws and everything. I feel sick just thinking about it.
A demon.
You're one yourself.
Demon.
Do you know when von Bergov plans to attack Nebakov?
I'm not a soothsayer. I don't know any more than you, Henry. I
Voisitko
reckon he'll
tietää?
announce his plan to his vassals at the banquet.
What can we do in the meantime?
Wait? What else? Try to amuse ourselves? You can manage that by yourself, can't you? Come and pick me
Yeah.
up this evening, before the banquet.
Okei, evening. Olisikohan sitten 5? Missäkään se Hans nyt on?
Praise God.
Minne sä menit, Hans?
Careful!
Ei, alana. Se keittiössä. Ei, kun... Hylvyssäkö? Miksi näyttäisi, että se olisi tästäkin alapuolella?
Excuse me.
Hans, minne helvettiin sä oot piiloutunut? Onko se tuolla niinku... Mut, löydä Hans. Se täällä.
God be with you.
Täällähän se...
Keep the peace and we'll stay friends. God be with you. Have you heard anything?
I haven't. Come and pick me up.
7:00, 9:00. Mikä on evening? Mikä lasketaan eveningiksi?
Careful. Say thumb.
Thumb.
Christ, pardon me.
Noniin, nyt.
You've come just at the right time.
Looks like we'll eat and drink our fill before going into battle, eh?
It'll be mostly a lot of pointless small talk, if you ask me.
You're not looking forward to the feast?
I'm fed up with this waiting. I'd rather set out right now and wring fuckers' necks one by one. And above all, I want to put that lying fraud from Nabokov in irons.
That makes 2 of us. We'll get him. Don't worry. I'm sure Von Burgov has good reasons for caution.
I hope so.
What's wrong? You seem like you're in a strange mood.
Are you surprised? After what happened at Samin?
All that happened is that we prevented the worst possible outcome.
I'm not so sure about that. Young Samin deserved punishment, no doubt. He was in cahoots with the bandits and betrayed his lord. He defiled his honor. And if it comes out that we helped him escape, it's my neck that's on the chopping block. And yours.
Helppo, ei vaan kerrokaan
Alden may have been
kenellekään.
a traitor. But what about his father, Agnes, Captain Gnarly, and the other innocent people in the fortress?
They're all Lord von Burgov's subjects. And they were covering for a traitor.
Well, maybe. But still,
Eihän ne tiennyt
were we
siitä kyllä.
supposed to just watch while Hashek's soldiers cut their throats?
You'd better hope our compassion won't be the death of us.
But nobody knows about us, and nobody's going to look for the Semines. But that's enough of that. We don't want anyone overhearing us. Let's go to the feast, all right?
Joo, tämä ei ole ehkä oikea paikka
right.
puhua aiheesta.
Let's go, before all that's left is a pile of bones and empty pitchers.
Let's go. Bileet. Tuli tuo activity failed, mutta päähommassa se on siis käytynä. Tai mitä, Mainsavessa.
Lord Capon and his page. At last.
Tämä pitää kyllä ottaa kypäräpasvit, tuo ihan
Good
helvetin
evening,
törkkä.
friends. Join us, please, and sample what our kitchen has to offer. Wench, pour Lord Capon some wine.
We have excellent Hungarian wine, sir.
Thank you. I won't say no. I'll be glad to drink to our upcoming victory over that rabble from Nabokov. And perhaps to an alliance against other such saboteurs throughout the kingdom of Bohemia?
Well said. Just what I like to hear. What do you say to that, Ulrich?
It is certainly gratifying to hear a young lord expressing such concern for our country's fate.
True. It is admirable that you are determined not to betray your Uncle Hanush's trust. Our agreement stands, of course. But I'd like to remind all of you here that politics is mainly about making the right compromises, not hasty decisions.
We have the same interests, Otto.
Olisiko
We'll be
pitää olla
happy to help
hiljaa?
you deal with those criminals at Nebakov. And let's hope that our cooperation doesn't end there. You know better
Success.
than anyone how many similar bands plague our kingdom.
Well said. It seems Hanush and Redzig have an eye for capable and eloquent servants. As soon as we are finished with that rebel, I shall write a reply to you. But now to the business at hand, my friends. We discussed this long and hard, but we came to the conclusion that the best thing would be to catch them by surprise. And for
yeah.
that reason, we will set out for Nebakov at the crack of dawn.
Hirveässä krapulassa sitten sinne
And we
tappelemaan.
will
Vähän
string
paljon
up the
idea.
insolent bastard who commands the bandits from the nearest tree.
More wine, Lord Chamberlain?
No, thank you. The Lord Chamberlain needs a clear head. He will lead the assault on the fortress.
What?
Oi vittu.
Sorry, sir. But did you say we'll be under Ulrich's command?
Who else? My captain is injured, and I am expecting an important visit. Unfortunate.
Aha. And may I know what the Lord Chamberlain's plan is?
Of course you may. It's nothing complicated. We'll pass through the Trotsky Gorge early in the morning and reach the fortress unobserved. A quick charge will get us over the palisade and we'll catch that rabble by surprise. They won't know what hit them. Ha ha!
I'm sorry, sir.
Katharina kattoo tuolle,
Isn't that kind of frontal assault needlessly risky?
Risky? Peasants with pitchforks could handle that rabble. Have no fear, Lord Capon.
Well, that wouldn't be my plan.
Sorry, sir, but I think my lord here has more experience of soldiering than your chamberlain. He fought with valor during the conquest of Pribyslavitz and the siege of Talmberg, and I think he'd be more useful.
I have no doubt Lord Capon is very experienced for someone his age. But I'd rather entrust my forces to someone more mature. You're not offended, I hope. Ori.
Oh, perish
perish
the
the
thought, sir.
thought.
It's thanks to the Lord Chamberlain that this castle is standing. I have complete faith in his abilities.
My friend, send your servant to the smithy for armor and to see
Catherine, sir.
Catherine for wine for the journey. We'll move out as soon as the sun rises. Be so kind and get me another pitcher of the Hungarian wine, will you?
Ei voi sietää
As you
tätä
wish.
Chamberlainia.
Just a moment, Lord Chamberlain.
I promise, sir, that this will be my last wine today.
Press X
The
to doubt.
next wine I drink will be to celebrate our victory. Ha ha ha!
Your health, then, gentlemen. Eat, drink, and be merry. But don't overdo it. Tomorrow, I expect you to display your knightly valor for our rightful and joint cause.
Anything else, lad?
Oi joku.
I'd like to speak to Sir Otto.
Certainly. What is it, Henry?
Would I be right in assuming nobody else knows about the content of our message yet?
Correct. And that is how it will stay, until I decide on my reply to Hanush.
What about the League of Lords? Do you think you'll convince the other nobles as well?
Careful now, young man.
The war hurts everyone without exception. And that is why it has to stop. Everyone agrees on that. Each one of us has to consider what he can do for peace in the land. You
Mitään.
can show what you can do tomorrow.
Ei kun
when
joo,
we settle
voin tappaa
scores
kaikki.
with those bandits.
We'll make short work of them.
I'll try not to let you down, sir.
Certainly. We will talk tomorrow when it's over. I do not let capable men go unrewarded, Henry.
Oi. Kiva tietää.
Junger Mann, komm her!
Ai.
What's the discussion about, gentlemen?
We're just talking about the ambush on Lord von Bergoff's men.
Apparently, it was the same man who attacked your company by the pond.
Aye, no doubt about it. It's the same band of troublemakers.
Who got the better of you twice, eh?
Zweimal?
That's right. They say that at Nabokov, Lord Capon parleyed with someone pretending to be old Nabok. But in fact, it was none other than the leader of those
No, mutta jos mä
disgraceful
ei tiedä, että
scoundrels.
miltä se näyttää, niin ei se ole meidän vika.
Dann ist es ja kein Wunder that puffed up Capon won't talk to us. He's afraid we'll make fun of him.
I'm sorry, sir, but Lord Capon did nothing wrong.
Puolustanhan siellä loppuun
It
asti.
wasn't his fault.
Watch your tongue. You don't want Henry to take offense and fly off the handle again.
Miten niin
Ja,
uudestaan?
du hast recht. I went too far. If I've offended you, Henry, we can settle scores. I'm at your service. But if you'd rather try your luck, we can have a game of dice. That strikes me as
Ja.
a better option than going at each other with swords. Wie war das? Do you play dice, friend?
No joo vain.
I understand. Let's play then. But I'm warning you, you'll lose your shirt.
Mikähän noppia mulla
We'll
tässä
see
vaiheessa
about
oli?
that,
Voi
boss.
apua, kun mä en muista.
I give no quarter.
Eli noin.
Heute werde ich Glück haben. I can feel it in my bones. Schlecht für dich, gut für mich, mein Freund.
I've never seen anything like that.
Skippasinko mä mun vuoro jotenkin vahingossa, kun mä yritin ottaa tutorialia pois. Voi helvetti.
Hier.
That's what I'm talking
Scheiße.
about, damn it. That's how you have to play.
Mitä helvetin tuossa vieressä tapahtunut? No niin. On 3 ja tossa on 3. Niitä on 2. Tai tosta ja... Jos niitä 3. Mitä mun padke tekee?
You have to have a bit of sense and count the dice.
Ei oo reilua.
Was ist los?
We didn't have
It's all
such
yours.
dice when I was young. We shaped them out of clay and played with them. And they were rounded and didn't have any numbers on them.
Tuossa vieressä selitetään.
So that's your plan, is it?
See? You can do it. Keep it up.
Nein.
It looks like you don't even want to play. Last time I was watching, a farmer lost his breeches and his boots here.
Tosta ja...
If you were smart,
Nothing worth mentioning.
you wouldn't be so stupid.
Fuck.
I knew it'd
That's
be
rotten
good.
luck.
I said as much.
No ai sano nyrkit tuossa. Ei, menin 3 johonkin. Katsotaan padkekin.
Even a fool gets lucky sometimes.
The burgers will buy us all out one of these days.
Schön.
The cook is a woman, man. And she's worth her weight in gold. Wenceslas won't do it because he can lose
Mä varmaan pitänyt säästää tuo padke, mutta...
That pack of thieves are bribing him to get our knightly titles. It's a shame Lord Sokol had such bad luck. Too right. He should have beaten the life out of them.
Show me so. I'll throw again.
We have an early start tomorrow, it seems. Whose idea was that? I won't remember much of the journey there, I can tell you.
Das
That's
war's.
good too.
You're up,
but
my
you
friend.
could throw better.
No niin. Siellä on 3 ja... 5 pari. Nyt 6 pitäis varmaan olla.
Sin, my lady, the worst sin of all.
3, että ne lasketaan pisteeksi.
Das war's. That was a weak throw
You
away.
wouldn't be so
A
stupid.
heretic. Wycliffe is a heretic.
Mä toisaalta haittaa, että kun tää viesik.
This is soldiers' business after all, isn't it? Though it seems that even our learned scholars aren't sure about that.
And the Bethlehem Chapel hosts a preacher called...
Jan Hus. Yes, he and his ilk just sow confusion. And worse still, some people support him.
It's said that even King Wenceslas is well disposed towards.
Who's winning?
Here tells
I
that
forgot
even
already.
Sophia goes to hear her preaching.
Pustaa.
Strict order, otherwise it will be turned upside down by sinful hedonists.
God, what are you doing to me, little head?
Joo, se taitaa viiä.
Zum Schluss.
No niin, ei haittaa.
That was a good game, friends.
Speak for yourself. You clean me out.
Oho.
The Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away.
Kuten myös sinä, kun sinä jäät tänne
Let's
parhaan,
hope you
tänne
have
saveen,
better luck
etkä
in
pääse
battle
eteenpäin.
tomorrow,
Hehe.
my friend.
Kisi.
Hey, blacksmith's boy. What are you doing there? Get over here.
What is it? I thought a good old feast would cheer you up.
You call this a good feast? Nothing but puffed up peacocks sucking up to each other, pretending they don't smell of dung. And the Chamberlain. My God. I can't take
Samaistun
another moment of
Hanssiin
that
hyvin
fool.
vahvasti.
Sod the Chamberlain. He's a conceited idiot.
And how many battles has he won, eh?
You heard Lord von Berghoff. He trusts him.
Ulrich is a master of the quill, that's all. By the way, thanks for
Anteeksi,
standing
se
up.
saukottelee ihan hirveästi.
Welcome.
Kelloja käännettiin ja mun
I
kroppa ei
definitely trust
tykkää
you more in
yhtään.
battle than him.
When push comes to shove, I won't be paying much heed to that buffoon's orders.
Buffoon.
I understand. But this is the only way to get revenge for the massacre by the pond. That band of cutthroats killed our men as well. And we don't have a chance against them on our own.
Oh, maybe. You know what? I've had enough. I'm going to bed. But don't you forget to stop by the smithy for my sword and armor. And fetch some wine from Catherine. If you want my advice, try not to get too shit-faced. We've got a battle to fight tomorrow.
Don't worry. I'll take care of it.
All right. Good night then, Henry.
Aika vetää kaamea krapula.
Hey there, my friend. Got a moment? You're like a mythical hero.
We have a poet among us, eh?
Me, a poet. I leave that sort of thing to Florian there. Women swoon in his arms, and then men swoon in exasperation. There's a poetic soul for you, if only his verses were any good.
Seems Florian makes your blood boil, eh?
Aye, he's too big for his boots. He needs to be taught a lesson. But I'll pay him back for his jokes soon enough.
Tell me more. I'll be glad to help you.
Excellent. I need to get Florian back for one of his jokes. It should hurt him a little.
How do you want to get your revenge? Challenge him to a duel?
Nothing of the sort. No violence. We'll just make fun of him a little. I know that one damsel gave him a ring, and it'd be interesting to slip the ring to her best friend.
Now, that sounds like a pretty cruel joke. But I'll be happy to help. Where can I
Totta kai
find
minä
him?
autan.
He's bound to have it in the chest next to his bed, at the very top of
Tuttu
Crone
paikka.
Tower.
Ah, now I see why you don't fancy going there.
Well, the most important thing is that everyone sees I'm here, but nobody will notice if you leave. All you have to do is bring it to me unobserved. I'll take care of the rest.
Joo. What are you?
How do you like the company here?
You know me?
Of course. And I'm not the only one. Whoever saw what you got up to beneath the gallows won't forget your name in a hurry.
Oh, I see.
I may have missed the start, but I have to say, the end was thrilling.
And who are you, if I may ask?
Black Bartosz, from Prague. Sir Otto's personal bodyguard.
What was von Berghoff doing in Prague?
He's the royal chamberlain, so he's in charge of collecting taxes from royal towns and monasteries. And he was negotiating with the League of Lords as well, of course.
What? He promised he'd support the proposal of Hannes of Lipa.
Maybe, but he can hardly call off negotiations with Rosenberg and the other powerful lords. Politics isn't blind man's buff. Besides, you only gave him the message after he came back from Prague, didn't you?
Do you know what the negotiations in Prague were about?
No, because I'm not a spy.
But personal bodyguards often hear all
Miksi
kinds
se
of
mulle
things, don't they?
kertoo?
Well, Hohenstein
Oh,
and
kerroit.
Riesenberg are quarreling
Mistä?
over some nonsense in Saxony. Lichtenberg is trying to play both sides, and the mighty Rosenberg is scheming against everyone. Aye, and Bocek of Kunstad is looking for a husband for his niece, Yitka. She's pretty, so it won't take long.
I thought the League of Lords was supposed to be united.
What? Then? No chance. Having too many roosters in the yard always ends badly.
Liian monta kokkia tekemässä soppaa.
Have you heard the plan of attack?
No. Ulrich is keeping it all close to his chest.
Not that there's any point.
I noticed that your lord isn't too fond of the Chamberlain.
That's one way
Kuka
of
siitä
putting it.
tykkää?
Sir Otto respects him, and I trust him. But it's true, Ulrich is a bit strange.
He's a conceited fool, you mean?
If it's glory that you seek, you cannot be shy and meek.
Do you know the other guests?
They're noblemen from these parts, but I don't know them personally. That cheerful little fellow in the middle is Herman Palitz, known as Littlehead. Pity you didn't see his performance on the barrel. Thankfully, the barrel gave way before Littlehead.
And the other one? The thin one?
Florian of Lomnitz, a famed wit, fair of face and well-spoken. The ladies swoon. For all he could care, well, we'll see what kind of company he prefers in the end.
Excuse me for a moment.
Enjoy yourself. A pitcher of wine makes a good day better still. But too many pitchers will leave you feeling ill.
I'm
sorry.
Henryllä ei ole ikinä paha olo.
That makes me wonder all the more why you've invited that Prague peacock here.
So, Master Chamberlain, are you feeling better?
I don't want to hex it, but I'm a lot better. I even managed to finally lie down and close my eyes for a while.
That's good. It's a sign that your humors are back in balance. But you have to...
I'll be careful. God be with you.
I'm not local, so I'd like to introduce myself, gentlemen.
We're not local either, but we've already heard of you.
Aye. Mainly about your brushes with the law.
Minä olen aina laillinen.
Truly amusing escapades, if what they say is true.
Tai siis vain kuulijainen.
I don't know what folk have been saying. They like to exaggerate. Let's talk about something else.
Of course. No offense intended. We're glad to meet you.
My name is Olbram, and this is Yeshek of Bor.
Any news, gentlemen?
Yes. We were just talking about the finger of God.
What's that? Some book?
Nobody knows, but the name is truly odd, isn't it? Apparently Sir Otto paid a fortune for this finger in Prague.
Sounds like some holy relic, doesn't it?
Aye. But it occurred to Olbram that it might be some new castle bell.
I heard him telling Chaplain Nicodemus that the castle needs a new bell. Throwing around coin like that when there's a war on is a sin, I tell you.
But our Sir Otto has deep pockets, and the war hasn't changed that. Quite the opposite, if anything.
Aye, once you get involved in politics in Prague, the coin comes rolling in. You and Lord Capon are here on political business, aren't you?
En voi puhua
You're
siitä.
envoys of Hanush of Lipa, and the king's favourite, Radzig Kobyla, right?
Aye, but I can't talk about it.
Why not? We all want to end this terrible
Mä
war,
tiedän just
don't we?
jotain vakoja.
Sure we do, gentlemen. But one letter can hardly achieve that, can it?
Maybe not, but it could be the first spark.
What about tomorrow? Will you join us in the attack?
Of course. I've brought so many men we could take the bark off on our own.
I hope you'll leave room for us as well, Yeshek.
Have no fear. The main thing is that old Lord Nebag doesn't drop dead before we can save him.
Well, if we burn down his castle, he's bound to have a fit.
Selvä.
I think Sir Yaramir will be pleased if we get rid of those scoundrels without needless damage.
Aye, aye. Old Yaramir was always terribly proud of that little castle of his. He toiled all his life to build it.
Yet it's nothing more than a hut on a rock.
All the better for us. We'll take the hut in a trice and then relieve Yaramir of a few barrels from his cellar.
I can't wait to see the look on his face when he finds out how much the rescue will cost.
Ainakaan veloitetaan tästä.
He'll be happy to give us the wine. Better to be alive and well.
Maksat kaikki
than
viinisi,
whole
niin
for
pelastamme
eternity.
sinut.
you got a moment?
Indeed.
I've heard you're a local
Reason to
hero.
have a drink.
My boy,
That's
even
why
the
I
sparrows
have
in the
my
eaves.
I'm sorry. I don't know your name, my lady.
This is Johanka of Zhernov, Henry.
Pleased to meet you. I'm...
I know who you are. My companions here talked about you. And the stories were somewhat madcap, if you don't mind me saying so.
Nothing more
Tää
than a
ääni
couple of
näyttelee
silly
kuulostaa jotenkin ihan
misunderstandings.
hirveän tutulle. Mä
Upon
häiritsee, kun mä en vieläkään
and
tiedä,
the
kuka se on.
gathers. Quite a nice
Siis toi
series of
Johankan.
misunderstandings, if you ask me.
Your life was on the line more than once, young man.
Tulee mieleen Leliana,
Right,
mutta ei se varmaan se ole.
And not just my life, Lord Capon's as well.
Well, that sounds interesting. Won't you tell me about it? I'd love to hear about adventures right from their hero himself.
I'll be glad to tell you my story. Where to begin?
The best place to begin is at the beginning, isn't it?
Ei aina.
You're right, of course. That would be best. It all began one lovely day when we'd been on the road for ages. It's a long way from our home in Ratai. So we made camp by a pond to bathe a bit before presenting ourselves to the local lord. We didn't have time for that, because a band of cutthroats suddenly attacked us. They killed without mercy, and our men had no chance against them. We had no choice but to jump into the water and swim for our lives. I still don't know how I didn't drown. I can't swim, you see.
Truly divine intervention, my son. God clearly wanted you to be
Niinpä.
saved.
Truly shocking and terrifying. Tell me, what awful thing happened next?
It was a bloodbath, my lady.
Sä olet
And they
varmasti
followed us into
kauhuystävä.
the rocks and chased us through that labyrinth like rabbits. I thought we were done for. There was no way out. Nothing around but rocks and pitch black night.
I see your lives really were in danger. You are truly brave.
We were saved by a good-hearted old woman. But later, we got involved in a tavern brawl. Well, the brawl was started by my Lord Capon, actually. Manual labor would have been
Ei se
too
oo siellä enää.
humiliating for him, you see. Even more
Tuijotamme
humiliating than
seinään.
having the local guards pour, slops over us, it would seem.
No, that is truly awful.
But it's true. Everyone thought we were stinking vagabonds, which led to a whole misunderstanding.
Bailiff Thrush put them in the stocks.
Yeah, like I said, they took us for ragamuffins.
Fair
Ragamuffins.
enough. But out with it now. Why did they punish you?
Mä olen Yön Henry.
I admit the bailiff was right to punish us. But we would have won the brawl otherwise, my lady.
Excellent. I think people are wrong about you. You're a sincere and brave young man, Henry.
Kiitos.
And rather entertaining company.
Yes, I agree. It's a pity my good friend didn't hear your story. She would have been very interested.
Who do you mean, my lady?
Unfortunately, she just went outside to get some fresh air. But the easiest way to put that right would be to go and find her. Would you escort me, Sir Knight?
I'm sorry. Maybe a little later, my lady.
A pity, Sir Knight. It's a little stuffy in here and I could do with a short walk.
Mä eihin, mun pitää tehdä hommia. Mittain. Täältä pitää löytää se. Mitä sinä olet? Adela. Pitää löytää se sormus, kun mä yritän löytää ensin ulos täältä. Miksi tämän linnan pitää olla näin sekaavaa? Okei, joo, sitten tänne. On jossakin täällä. On jossakin täällä. Noin. Sitten me mennään. Se nyt niin kuin... Tästä vielä ylös vai? Se on ehkä täällä. Ei, ylempänä. Jumalauta, mulla on tää tavaraa täällä. Apua. Tuo quick fingeri. Eikö se ole vielä ylempänä?
Hey, you're not allowed here. Hurry up! Get out!
Joo, koko ajan.
Hurry up!
Nothing, I suppose.
What was that?
Helvetti nyt.
What's that sound? I heard it coming from here. Did I imagine it?
Nothing, I suppose.
Ah, here it is. Florian's ring.
Ei helvetti. No niin. No, käydä paikka. Manssi armoria hommat pitää kans hoitaa. Joo, eka viemässä toi tän. No niin, heippa.
What do you want at this time?
I'm supposed to collect armor and a sword for my lord.
Armor.
Oh, but that horse has already bolted. I'm clean out.
Mitä?
What? You don't have anything?
Lots of other knights were here. You should have come earlier, that's all.
But Chamberlain Ulrich himself sent me here.
I'll be happy to give you what's left, but it ain't the best. I reckon you'll have to do the mending and sharpening yourself.
Look, I don't want to quarrel, and I understand you want something out of it for yourself, and that's all right. Because my lord may be a bit of a twit, but he's a rich twit. If he likes what you give him, you'll get another order from him in no time at all. So, it occurred to me I could help you out, eh?
Ei.
Oh, right. Well, that's a different matter. I see you know how these things go. I'll give you the best I have left, although I'm almost cleaned out. Here you are.
Kiitos.
See now? Where there's a will, there's a way. Sakra. If you want something done...
Where there's a whip, there's a way.
You have to do it yourself. I need something
Oikeastaan.
Great. I'm glad you found what you were looking.
Voin kyllä korjata ne itse äkkiä, kunhan mä saan niitä.
Show me your wares.
Thank you, and a good day to...
Thank you, and a good day to you. Samoin. Samoin. No. On kyllä jo ilta. No niin. Mitä mä ostanut niitä?
What do you have for...
Thank you, and take care.
Olin ostaneeni näitä, mutta en vissiin sitten ostanutkaan. No. Ehkä olen vain sokea. Viiniä pitää kans... Mikäs toi Bea? Se on nukkumista. Missä meidän viinit on? Onks ne täällä? Hei.
Where can I find the serving girl with the wine?
I don't know. Ask Manietta. She's the cook.
Missä se on sitten tämä Manietta? Täällä. Ei. Missä meidän kokki on? Täällä.
Greetings to you.
Excuse me, have you seen Catherine?
What do you want her for?
I'm supposed to get some wine from her for Lord Capon, but I can't find her.
For that handsome young man, I'll go and get it, and you can forget about that ninny Catherine.
Well, the thing is, they told me...
Forget it. God knows where that Carol's got to again. I ain't seen her all evening. But don't worry. I'll be happy to give you wine for Lord Capon myself. I'd just like to ask if you could open the spice chest for me in the meantime. The lock got stuck again and won't open for love nor money.
Sure, I'll take a look at it. It won't be a problem.
Thanks. See you soon, my friend.
No niin. Ikään kuin olisin avannut tätä arkkua ennenkin.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Väistä ite. Se on tämä. Ei. Se on se yläkerä. Se on tämä. Ei. Tämä. Ei. Tämä. Noin. Se on hoidettu, Keipen saa viininsä ja ilmeisesti myös naisen. Minä lähden takaisin pidettämään. Paitsi Keipen lopetteli toi armori. Missäköhän se nyt on? Ai, mä oon trespassing. Ai, anteeksi. Anteeksi. Anteeksi, mä olen eksyksissä.
Easy! I surrender!
I've got you. You can't say you weren't warned. You'll pay up and show...
Look, can you keep a secret?
What are you talking about? What secret?
Look, we're both men, aren't we?
Where are you going with this? You're testing my patience.
It's like this. Yesterday, I met this pretty girl. She makes yarn.
Minnekähän tämä
And
menee?
you know what they say about girls who work with spinning wheels?
No? What?
They're really good in bed.
That's a good one.
Well, this yarn spinner, she was very afraid her mother would find out we planned on meeting. So she gives me these complicated directions on where to meet her. At high noon, I stood at the shadow of the tallest linden tree, and step by step, I set out. Then all of a sudden, I look around and realise I have no idea where I am. The girl's nowhere to be seen, and people are yelling at me. That girl made a right fool of me.
Niinpä.
That's what you get for thinking with your prick.
Aye. I've had enough embarrassment for one lifetime. Can't we just let this one slide?
All right then, I'll turn a blind eye. Just this once.
No niin, kiitos. Uhuh.
He's over the worst, but he'll be bedridden for a while yet.
Is worth his weight in gold. Isn't that so?
No niin, hei, mulla on se sormus.
Here's Florian's ring. What next?
Excellent, my friend. Now we'll plant it on that damsel to Florian's right. The young one who never stops blabbering on.
Right. Leave it to me. I'll finish the job.
I'd be delighted to, my friend. That's so no mercy and... God be with you. Excuse me.
Hey.
I have a little gift for you.
Oh, how sweet. Tell me, who is it from?
One shy friend who was afraid you'd reject him.
Ooh, and what does he want from me?
To dedicate a few verses to your beauty. From his heart.
What? I know
Florian?
that ring.
Florian! What's going on? What are you doing, fool?
Fool? You know him. You wanted to cheat on me.
No, it's not...
It's not what it seems.
Swine!
Wait, I can explain. He must have stolen that ring from me.
What? Traitor! I never want to see you again!
Ai, ai, ai.
Well, Florian is all done in. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Aha! Of course! You set him up nicely. I almost felt sorry for him.
No mercy, and joking aside. That's what you said, wasn't it?
Aye, he'll get over it. I owe you a reward. Here you are, my friend. And if you need help with anything, just say the word. God be with you.
Tänään yskittää. Niin. Pitääkö mun sanoa sille, että se herpiaukko on auki? Koe joutuu juoksemaan ees taas. Onks tän? Joo. Se oli täällä. Joo.
I've opened the spice chest for you.
Really? That's clever of you. I couldn't budget. I won't bother looking it again from now on. If someone pinches something, I'll blame Osuna and his rubbish locks. Here's some Hungarian wine for your journey. And give my regards to Lord
Ai mä haluan, että
Capon.
sä viet
May
sen.
the Holy Virgin watch over you in battle.
Ei voi muistaa. Tokihan minä vien pieniä herra Hansille. Hans.
I'm sorry.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next.
What are you doing at Trotsky? You don't look like you're from around here either. Or am I mistaken?
I'm from Prague, but I don't have your talent for trouble. I mean, you almost ended up on the gallows.
That was just a misunderstanding.
Vahinko.
That band that's been raising hell around here is to blame.
Aye, so I've heard. At any rate, you sure have a merry lord.
My lord is who he is. And I serve him for better or for worse.
And then you pay for his mistakes, eh? I know how that is. I served him myself.
Really? You look like a noble to me, and well studied too.
Aye. That's what 3 years at a university would do to a person. But that's all in the past now.
You studied at the Prague University?
Aye. But my sword lessons have come in handier. That's why I'm here now. Von Berghoff hired me as a personal guard and as a teacher of the local garrison.
Really? I'd like to see how people fight with swords in Prague.
Unfortunately, I don't have the time right now. Come back later.
Minä nyt tarkoittanut joskus myöhemmin.
Lord von Berghoff sent me. I'm supposed to collect some gift in return for my services.
If he sent you directly to me, you must have made quite an impression on him. In that case, I'll give you one of our best weapons. What would you choose?
I'll take a longsword.
A true swordsman's weapon. Good choice. If you want to train your combat skills, I'm at your service. After all, any weapon is only as good as the man who wields it.
I'd like to learn...
Unfortunately...
I'd like to...
This isn't the best time.
Can we fight?
Stop by when I'm over...
I apologize.
I'm sorry.
Sun kanssa voidaan niitä.
I've heard people talking about some finger of God.
What do they say?
Some think you bought a new bell in Prague for the castle chapel.
Well, now. Do they really?
Oh, at the very least,
Really?
I hear it cost as much as one.
They are right. Progress doesn't come free.
Will you tell me what it is, then?
I'm afraid not. But don't worry. Everything will become clear tomorrow. The finger of God is already on the way from Prague.
Is that the important visit you spoke of earlier?
Exactly. The roads are dangerous, and a good friend of mine is vouching for its safe passage.
Well, it can't be helped, lad. It seems you won't pry Sir Otto's secret out of him today, so we'll have to drown our curiosity in wine.
Ottokin kahtoo, helvetti.
I have a question for you, sir.
Certainly. What is it, Henry?
Ai. No, ei vissiin enempää kysymyksiä sitten.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine the blacksmith hard at work outside.
I apologize.
Aika aivan juttusta. Just. Näille pystyy vielä juttelemaan, mutta eikö se Hansin huone ole jossain niinku... Niin täältä ylös. Aina kun mä sillä vasta aamulla. Ei, tänne ei voi mennä. Miks tänne? Hei Hans. Sä nukut vaatteet päällä. Okei. Anteeksi häiriöstä. Ehkä minun ei pidä tuollaista viidestä sulle. Ei. Minna on yksi helvetin sokkelo.
I'd like to...
This isn't the best.
Careful.
Mistä jutellaan sulle? Oh. Voidaanko me nyt mennä?
Let's go and find your friend.
Yes, let's. It's a lovely night. I expect she just lost track of time.
As one does.
A lovely summer night. It was horribly stuffy inside.
Niinpä.
Thanks for rescuing me from the claws of those two old vultures.
Yeah, of course. But I thought...
Henry.
I know what you thought. Some men are terribly slow-witted, that's all. Like my late husband. But maybe I underestimated you, eh?
No, todella fiksu.
I don't think you're the kind to fall for pretty poems.
Well, well. Finally an exception that proves the rule.
I'm no good at poetry anyway.
That's enough talk, silly. Embrace me. Let's enjoy this night. It wasn't made for sleep, after all.
Johanka is beautiful and smells of saffron. Ehkä muteuttaa nuo äänet. No niin. Oi. Hyvä aamu. Täältä meille tavarat. No niin, katsotaan kaikki kuntoon. Tuo on parempi PowerPointti. Ei ole niitä. Ehkä me ei näitä nyt kanniskella meidän mukana sotaa. Noniin. Hans, nytkö me mennään?
I've got your armor and wine for the journey.
Let's see what von Bergov sent me then.
I'm gonna give that blacksmith Ostener a kick up the ass.
Mä en tiedä, olisiko se kuirasi ollut tarkoitettu, mutta saitpa nyt please-leksit.
What do you mean? It's not that bad.
Well, if it hadn't been for me.
What about you? Ready for battle?
Hi.
Ready. We can go.
Excellent. Mount up then. I can't wait till we smash those whoresons' faces in. Hold. Damn it.
Wait.
But so what? Let's go. Can't wait to put that fraud from Nabokov in irons. With the force we have, we'll take their little fort in a trice. What do you think?
I agree. It certainly won't be a long siege. Nebakov isn't Talmberg.
Exactly. We won't be needing a trebuchet this time. A couple of ladders and a battering ram will do just fine. I'm almost worried the foot soldiers will get it done without us. And I won't even have time to swing my sword.
I can't wait to repay them for their kindness. I can still feel the spot in my shoulder where that arrow hit me at the pond.
Never mind your arrow. What about the humiliation I suffered? The rope is too good for those knaves. I'd have them quartered if it were up to me.
Aye, and quartered at least 3 times for what they did.
You're right. I'll ask von Bergov to send for a truly skillful executioner. And when we've dealt with that band, Hanush is sure to acknowledge that I've made up for my mistake. Everything will be back to the way it was before. Audentes fortuna juvat!
Kaikki on hyvin. Pitäisikö meidän Hans mennä vähän nopeampaa?
How was the Hungarian wine, gentlemen? I hope you don't have sore heads this morning.
Don't worry, Lord Chamberlain. My head is clear. A real knight knows how to behave on the eve of a battle.
What about your faithful servant and protector here?
I'm ready for battle, sir. I'm glad to hear it. Sir Otto has charged me with keeping you safe. I hope you don't have anything against me escorting you today, Lord Capon.
I can't say what an honor it is for me. I suppose someone doesn't want me to mess up again, eh?
But Lord Capon, taking care of our guests is right and proper.
You, Sir Ulrich, should worry about not getting too many bloodstains on you today.
We all have our orders, and mine are to defeat that band of scoundrels in Nabokov. Why dally then when we have work to do? To battle, gentlemen.
Hi.
Open the gate. We're moving out.
Nyt mennään sotaan. En minä tiedä, voiko tätä sodaksi sanoa. Tappelemaan! Princess Wave. Koia! Armoria päällä. Vai onko tuo niinku sen armorin päällä tuo pakki? No niin. Nyt tuhotaan ne.
That outlaw and his band really fucked with us last time, eh?
Hey.
I'm just hoping he won't fuck with us again now.
There aren't enough of them that can tackle this kind of force.
True enough.
And to think, I drank a toast with that fucker. Christ.
I hope you enjoyed your wine, Lord Capon. Since old
Ei
Nebakovin
voitu
was chewing on
tietää.
dry straw in his own
Kukaan ei
cellar.
kertonut.
Don't you worry, Chamberlain. I'll see to that sneaky fucker in person.
You two are pathetic. I get the impression you're afraid to go into these woods, even with an army around you.
I think I can see now why your lord barely escaped with his life. Maybe his captain underestimated the fun as light-heartedly as you.
Weigh your words carefully, young man. You didn't fare any better yourself.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'll be a lot more...
Noniin. Ottakee. Herring! Minun herring! Hans! Se Hans on.
What the? My God! Where? Croft!
Slice him up!
Hey!
Hans, hold
Ow!
You won't get me your hand!
Fire!
Come on, hack your ass! Don't spare him!
That was really pissed me.
Joo, tarkasti voi, että...
I'll sort you out nicely!
Niin. Ösimanteet! Normaalisti luuttaisin, mutta... Ei ole luuteilla nyt vielä jorma. Oh! Joo. Niin Hans, minä seuraan sinua.
There's more of them!
Kuole! No niin, Hans.
Chamberlain Ulrich! We have to
Oi harmi.
You hear, Henry?
Joo, joo.
Now you're mine, you bastard! Mother of God!
Onko pakko auttaa sitä, jos ei halua? Ai!
I'll beat you to a pulp!
Ai! Heh. Noniin. Ahan, sä ottaa sitä. No.
I'm here. I'll help you.
Fucking scum! Whoresons! Bastards! Curs! Fuck me! Ulrich's dead! Let's get out of here!
Hyvä! Jotain hyvää tästäkin. Toivottavasti kärsit ulvasareistasi myös Afterlifeissa.
You won't get me! Bad luck! I'll hack your arse off!
Hujoo! 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 Hetkellä, kun mä vahingossa omaa koko ajan. Oi, kuole. Missä Hans on?
No, you don't.
Kick your asses.
Missä Hans?
There must be a way through
Ai siinä. Mä menisin sinun. Ai.
Fucking hell, sons! Watch out!
No, you don't. Fuck that.
Pitääkö mä just tänne?
Let's see what you can do.
Kyllä. Voin lyödä sua selkään. Tänekään? Hans, auta! Ai! Ai!
Get him! Show your stuff.
Why do I always get a stinking yokel to
Mitäs Hans avustaa?
show what you're made of?
Nyt on jo hengiltä. Seuraava potilas. Ai! Ampako joku minun nuolia? Voinko mä tähän väliin hoitaa semmosen asian nimeltä? Yes. Ai, pyrkele.
We have to go down to
Joo, tiedän.
Capon! Where the hell is he? I have to go to him! Capon! Hans!
Sit täällä
I
oot.
have to go to him!
Aha, mä voin omaa lyödä. Joo, niin pitää.
Nice hit. Kill him!
No niin, Hans. Joko me... Ei. Mäkin pitää ilmeisesti Hansin mielestä tappaa.
Bash him on the head!
No nyt kun me Hans voidaan mennä. Hans, missä meet?
Show your stuff!
Oho! Hans, auta! Se helvetissä sinä jo oot. Ja auttaako näistä... No niin. Ja kun olisin ollut täällä joskus ennenkin. Ai! Joo, Hans, tullaan.
Now my turn!
Hans, minä tulen.
Go, fuck yourself!
No, you...
Show what you're made of!
You got him!
Noniin. Ei.
We have to get out of the gorge and down to the mill!
Capon!
I'm going to finish you!
Christ, I have to go to him!
Joo, niin pitää, mutta... Tää on vähän apujoukkoa täältä ensin. Mikä oikeesti kellään yhtä marigoldia? No niin, Hanskalle on tämä aika pärjät.
Let him have it!
True blood!
Wonder you're still standing!
Fucking die already!
Capon! Hans! Christ, I have to go to him!
Help me! He wanted to let him have it!
We have to get to the village! Stream!
Nick! Had enough? Donkey!
Five left! Nice strike! Cape on! Hands! Christ, I have to go to him!
Okei. Hyi. Hyi. Rios! We must survive. Oh. Koska mun Hanssi? Hans! Onks kunnossa?
Hans?
Hei! My Hans!
Hans! Look at me! Hans!
Bye bye.
That'll do! We'll surely get a nice fat ransom for Lord Capon Touchstone.
Juu. See you, kesäkuu. Itti koske minun
You'll have to
lordi.
take him first.
My boy, courage is a thing of honor. But what you're proposing isn't courage. It's foolhardiness.
We're better to have honor than to sneak up and ambush people from hiding.
It works, though. War is a nasty business. And it is better to have your head on your neck and your foe on his knees than the other way around.
Now what is a coward turned to banditry? You should have been a knacker. You'd still have your head on your neck. And your own seat in the tavern.
Shut your stupid mouth. You have no idea who you're talking to.
Totta.
Yeah, to a weasel. To shoot from the bushes instead of a fair fight.
Nee.
You think so, huh?
Why dirty your hands with him, Captain? One shot.
I'm actually starting to think this young knight deserves a fair
But
share
Hans,
of this job.
I will do it.
If he's good enough, I'll let him live.
Jotta helkkarissa olen. Olen myös kännissä. Ehkä. Noniin. I can do this.
So, my boy, let's see what you got.
Mulla on ajatuksia.
Are you waiting for orders from your wife?
Ei mulla on vaimoa. Onko Hans mun vaimo? Hans, kerro mulle mitä pitää tehdä. Hop. Yes.
Damn it! You're good.
Niin on. Mä oon paras.
Shishka.
Jiska.
You all right?
Oho. Sori siitä.
So, do you reckon you can trust an outlaw to keep his word of honor?
You wouldn't dare. Minä voitin. dead. The end.
The best laid plans of men don't always come to fruition. As the saying goes, man proposes, but God disposes. And then boots you right in the balls. All I wanted was a quiet life. Nothing more. Take it easy. Have a bit of fun now and again. Well, not piss anyone off too much. Apart from the Use-It's bailiff. But that's a different matter. But there's spiteful tongues everywhere. Well, you know how it is. And they complained about me to the man up above. What? Him?
Hey.
No. The bishop! And then they kicked me out, saying I was a disgrace to the parish.
What
disgrace? A man has to enjoy himself from time to time. They couldn't just kick you out for nothing, though, could they?
No siis.
Let me make it clear. I am the very paradigm of Christianity. But the church has more priests and parishes. So all it took was a bit of spiteful gossip. And then someone else got my parish.
Aye, folk can be swine.
So actually, it suited me fine when Anush and Radzig's boys went missing, and I could hit the road to look for them. My nag Bibiana is happy to stretch her legs a bit finally, even though she's well past her prime. She's so unused to it. When I tied her up by the gate here, she nearly gave me a kick.
What boys are you looking for, if you don't mind me asking?
Niin kun rupesi pyörimään päässä vaan se kummelin sketsi, missä se oli homopoika. Mitä sä sanoit?
It's no big secret, but I can't talk about it without...
Sorry, I didn't mean to pry.
Without having a drink inside me.
Ah, the ale's on the house, of course, Father.
Ah, excellent. It's these two young fellas that recently set off for Trotsky with a letter and haven't come back. One's a blue-blooded fledgling and the other's a smart-ass smith. Does that ring a bell?
Ah, Sakra. Everyone who was at the Semine wedding knows them two. They caused such a ruckus that they was nabbed and locked up in Trotsky.
Well, I never. I'll go straight there then.
Well, Father...
The thing is,
a big force left the castle this morning, and they were ambushed in the ravine near Nebakovin mill. A terrible massacre. Folks say all hell broke loose there.
Folks do like talking about hell.
Seriously. I heard the Trotsky Chamberlain himself copped it, and his whole company with him. And most likely, your friends and all. I'm sorry.
What? Who's that? You said they were locked up. How could they be in the Chamberlain's company?
Asioita tapahtui. From the Nebakovin mill saw it. They managed to get away when it all started. And I think they said they saw them two there and all. Ask them yourself if you want. They're in the barn round the back. Kuba took a hammering, but he's well enough to talk.
They could be mistaken though, couldn't they?
Well, if you want to be sure, you can go and see for yourself, Father. The ravine ain't far from here. From the inn, follow the road.
Yeah.
Oh, by all accounts,
surely not all of them. Those two... Oh, thank you, in any case.
No niin.
Safe. God bless you.
God bless you. Minun on mentävä. Heti.
Greetings.
What's going on here?
The lords are having a scrap, like this one. God be with you.
Yeah.
And wash up a bit. You look awful.
God.
Holy
It
mother.
hurts like hell.
Always the
God be with you, lad. I need to ask you something. Oh, Christ.
Joo,
Coop
et
is in
näitä
a
kovin
bad
vielä.
way. He got shot. He needs to rest. What do you want from him?
What happened to you?
An awful disaster. Our mill was like suddenly in the middle of a battlefield.
Sos
In the
mä en
evening,
näyttänyt, kun
some
Johankalla.
men burst in on us, herded us into the barn and wouldn't let anyone out. And then, in the morning, the ravine suddenly turned into hell itself. Awful. Dreadful.
Dreadful
Easy.
indeed.
You have nothing to fear now, lass. What did you hear from the barn?
Branches snapping, horses whinnying, yelling, and infernal crashes and bangs. We tried to flee, but Cooper was hit in the shoulder by an arrow.
We hid until it was all
Köh.
And then by then them bastards had other things to worry about. They took some captives.
I'm looking for two friends. The innkeeper told me they were involved in that skirmish. Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein and Henry, his page. Have you heard those names?
Lord have mercy. They were the ones that was taken captive.
You sure?
Aye. After what they got up to at the Semine wedding, half the domain knows them.
Meillä on maine.
They was hanged.
My God!
Ei.
Surely not. There must
Ei
have
voi
been
olla
lots of
totta.
people there. Maybe you made a mistake in the confusion.
I'm sorry.
Loppupeli
How can you
pelataankin
be so
Godricilla.
sure? How far away were you? What happened exactly?
I'm just saying what I saw. That's all.
I'm asking if you're sure. Would you swear to God? Well, speak!
Before Almighty God? Well, maybe. I mean, it was all a bit chaotic, that's true.
Well, who were those cutthroats?
Some of them wore Lord Nebag's colours, but it wasn't his men. We know his men. They ride by the mill often enough and sometimes stop off for a chat.
I'll leave you to get some rest. I must find my friends, however they ended up. Da Deus Fortunae.
Haluatko sä viimeiset riitit?
Oh, was that Latin? Are you a priest or what?
Aye, I'm a priest. Well, I used to be.
Merciful Mother of God. That's some good fortune at least. Could you bless Cooper, please? Maybe he'll get better if you put a word in for him with the Almighty.
Of course. I'd be happy to. Benedictio Domini sit vobiscum.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Father. Here, take this and pray for us, please.
All right.
Kiitos.
Of course I will. Farewell, my friends.
I hope we can go back to the mill soon.
Always the common folks that suffer the most.
No niin.
And you're supposed to believe this.
Täällä minä. Nätti heppa. Bibi aina on niin nätti. No niin, mennään Bibi. Joo. Älä törmää siihen. Reitinhaku alkoi nyt niin, että tällä hevosella on ihan... Se oli Red Dead 2:ssakin, että tuli törmättyä aina vastaan. Tuli... Tää on hauska.
Where will we find them? What do you think, Bibiana?
Bibiana ei vastaa.
Go! Quick! I'm supposed to take a left at the crossroads.
Ihan tämmönen tiukka
This
vasenko.
must be that chapel. Now to the right and down to the woods.
Quick!
The tracks lead to the right. I'd better tread carefully. That company must have headed into the forest. They used the trees as cover. Slowly! Nice and slow!
Hyvin piano mennään.
Wagons. They probably used them to block the way and prevent a retreat. Smart. They rained arrows down on them. Good God, what a bloodbath.
Stop gaping and clear off, or I
Hyvästi.
God Almighty.
Bless their souls.
And they blocked their way forward as well. In any case, the innkeeper wasn't exaggerating. It looks like a Turkish raiding party swept through here.
Hey, I told you quite clearly to stay in the forest. You're welcome to anything you find up top, but stay away from here.
God be with you, lad. I'm not one of those corpse looters.
Listen, one more step and it'll be your last, old man.
Calm down. I don't want any trouble. I'm looking for someone.
Oh? And who do you serve?
The Lord God, my son. And wine, every now and again. Or ale. I'm not fussy.
What are you saying? You're a priest?
Hi.
You don't look like no priest.
I hear that a lot. But it's God's truth.
So who are you looking for, father?
I'm looking for my friends. And I want to make sure they aren't among the dead. Can you take me to your commander?
All right, follow me. Eric can decide what to do with you.
Move it, idlers. Bury them properly so the wild animals don't get to them.
Eric!
What are you doing here? You're supposed to be on guard at the mill. I made it quite clear. I want that fucking rabble kept out of here. Who's this? Your pa?
No, sir. He says he's a priest, and he's looking for someone. So I thought...
Quiet! You, speak! Who are you? And who are you looking for?
Godwin. I'm a priest and I'm looking for my friends. Or their bodies.
And what exactly do you want from me?
I'd like to ask what happened here.
What do you think? A battle is what happened. And the best side won. Us. Now I've got to clear up this mess.
Sorry, this might sound stupid, but I've just arrived and I've no idea what's going on here. Who did you defeat?
The cream of the local fiefdom. That bastard von Burgo threw everything he had at us, but it wasn't enough.
It looks like you crushed them badly. Did you leave any survivors?
I don't think so. So if your pals were against us, you'll find them in that pit there.
I hope not. I don't think you'd throw a nobleman into any old hole.
Nobleman?
Aye, a nobleman. I'm looking for the Lord of Perkstein and his page.
The Lord of Perkstein?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, and Henry of Skalitz.
The captain took some prisoners with him, but I've no idea if it's them.
You'd better hope it is. Now that I've introduced myself, I'm keen to know who you might be.
You may have introduced yourself, but I don't know why I should believe you. Whoever heard of a priest with a sword under his belt?
I get your point.
I am a war
De
priest.
omnibus est dubitandum. Let's just say I'm whatever I need to be at the moment. A priest, a warrior, a tireless lover. After all, the Lord helps those who help themselves, eh?
Well, you know how to preach. Maybe you really are a priest. Right then. My name's Eric, and I'm in command here.
Excellent, Eric. I'd like to see the prisoners. Will you take me to your captain?
We'll see. Have you brought a ransom?
I
Kyllä
still
kai mun
don't
pitää
know
nähdä
if
ne.
they're dead or alive. So first I want to see them.
Right, fellas, we'll finish this. If you want to keep your head on your shoulders, clear off on the double. Did you hear what I fucking said? Get lost, or it'll end badly.
I won't take orders from you, you dog! We're outnumbered, but we can take them. And then I'll take you to our prisoners. Deal?
If we survive.
Let's see if you're as good with that sword as with your tongue. Come on then, you assholes!
I'll kill you!
Väärä nappi.
Fucking whore sons!
More of them!
I can't fuck you! But I'm not. No. I'll be killing you.
To me! Get to
Jes, mulla on täällä, onko mulla? Miten näitä käytetään pahdissa?
Bleeding, are we? You want me to get your mark? Take that, scum! You'll die!
Just like in Kosovo. Charge and no mercy! Come on,
Hei! Hei!
Get him from behind!
That was something!
You're gonna fuck with us?
Now!
Nicely done!
Don't spare him!
Minä säikähtääkö mä pandakeja, mutta on.
True blood, yeah!
It's a wonder you're still standing!
Fucking butchery!
Erik.
Fuck! That was something! They got what they had coming, the fucking thieves!
I'd say it's God's punishment. Requiem aeternam dona eis, Domini.
You really know how to wield a sword? Tell me, where did you learn to fight like that? And leave God out of it this time?
In the Battle of Kosovo. I did a bit of traveling when I was young, and lopped up a few Turkish heads along the way.
And you settled down in your old age?
Till recently I was the parish priest in Užice, near Sasau.
Sasau?
Looks to me like you're going to need a bigger hole for the bodies.
We're not going to dig graves for those fuckers.
Leave them to rot without a Christian burial. Nobody deserves that. Not even enemies. And besides, those corpses could attract wolves in the forest.
Sod the wolves. Let them fill their bellies.
Anyway, what about our agreement?
Still on. I'll take you to the castle, so you can talk to the captain. He always appreciates a good warrior.
What castle?
Nebakov. Although castle might be a strong word for it.
No niin, Bibi, mennään.
So tell me, Godwin, why are you looking for those two anyway?
Oh, they're my friends. I hadn't heard from them for a long time, so I set out to find them.
Surely a priest can't leave his parish just like that, can he?
Mother Church isn't happy with me. I sinned.
Does it have anything to do with the way you wield a weapon?
In a manner of speaking, but more in...
Look, that's Nebakov up on the left. It's got a commanding view of the whole valley. Tell me, do you ride as well as you wield a sword? Let's see. I'll race you there. Yeah!
Go! 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 Quick! Go!
Joo, mä tiedän, että ei tarvitse painaa tutoriaali, kiitos, mutta kun se helpottaa minun
Well now, you're a fine horseman as well.
Bibiana might look like any old nag, but there's more to her than meets the eye.
Bit like you. In any case, welcome to Nabakov.
Kiitos.
We'll leave the horses here. Not to worry, our boys will take good care of them.
A very nice fortress. How did you manage to take it?
In a moment, you can ask the captain yourself.
I can't wait. Wait here for me, Bibiana. I'll be back soon. And maybe I'll have the two little blighters with me.
Open the gate!
Where's the chief? I've brought him a guest.
Just now he's interrogating some captives.
Call him.
I believe they're still alive. You're in luck.
I hope so.
Hello.
What is it, Eric? I'm busy.
Oi, sisko.
This here is Father Goodwin. For a priest, he's handier with a sword than most of your men. He helped us against some bandits. And he's looking for Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein.
Well, well. This is quite a turn-up. I've just had a very interesting chat with this Capon. And your
Istvan on täällä.
Now I think I want to have a chat with you. Can't wait for me in the tower.
God be with you, Captain. I expect you're the master of this fortress.
You surmise correctly. Who are you? And to what do I owe the
Guardi tekee tuolla taustalla.
As your man-at-arms Eric said, I'm Father Godwin. I'm in the service of Sir Hanush of Lipa, and I'm looking for his nephew.
Hanush of Lipa, eh? Interesting. Did I hear correctly that you're a priest? You don't look the part.
And you don't look much like the lord of this fortress. I don't even know your name.
You don't need to know my name. I'm a knight, and that should be enough for you.
Conversing with a man without knowing his name is a little awkward. But so be it. Am I to understand, Sir Knight, that young Lord Capon is alive and well and is in your captivity here?
You understand correctly. And he's in better shape than I am. I don't have this bandaged eye for fashion. That page of his did this to me.
It doesn't pay to underestimate that one. He's one of the few who can hold his own with me, whether sword fighting or boozing.
Boozing? You're a proper priest, then.
Unfortunately, the bishop had other ideas.
I have a feeling that's just one chapter in your colored history. Am I right?
Indeed. But this isn't the time or place for recounting adventures. You have my friends, and I want them back. So what do we do about that?
Straight to the point, eh? You're a man after my own heart. So what do you propose?
First of all, I'd like to see them, to make sure they're safe and sound as you claim.
They're both fine, for now. You have my word.
The word of an unknown knight? That's as much use to me as
the word of a dubious priest with a bloody sword in one hand and a wineskin in the other is to me.
Well, let me put it another way, Sir Knight. I don't know what happened here exactly, who you are, or what your quarrel with Otto von Bergau is. But I guarantee you that those two greenhorns won't interfere with your plans, and you've no reason to hold them.
I'll have you know, these two greenhorns came with Otto von Bergov's army to conquer this fortress. And they were the most dogged of all his men. And I have to admit, the best as well, as my eye can testify.
Like I said, they're handy fellows. Although they do get up to some stupid escapades. As you no doubt well know, Lord von Pergau is on the opposite side of the Lord of Lipa. So if that pair joined up with him, they must have had a damn good reason for it, believe me. But that's by the by. It's over and done with. Release them. I'll take them away and Sir Hanush will be in your debt.
Tell me, father, what price does Sir Hanush put on his nephew?
How much do you have in mind?
You're not even able to name a figure. What kind of negotiator are you?
I'm not a negotiator. I have a task to fulfill, and that's what I intend to do. I was afraid at first that if anyone was going to hold them captive, it'd be von Pergau, and I'd have to party with him. Ah, well. Man proposes, and God disposes.
This whole story of yours sounds to me rather suspicious. How am I to know you're not von Bergov's spy? Maybe I should throw you in the same cell with that pair.
Excellent! At least I'd get to see them with my own eyes, and not have to put up with any more horse shit from a lying cyclops!
Enough! To hell with you! You've got no ransom, and you don't want a parley. So we're done here. Be glad I'll let you leave in one piece.
You won't get rid of me that easily.
Rebellion! They're attacking! I came here to get them, and that's what I'm gonna do.
No.
Looks like you know how to use a blade.
Fighting Turks will teach you that.
Hungary?
Kosovo. If you help me, I'll let them go.
Hyvä diili. Otamme sen.
Up them! Kill them to the last man!
Aha, käsi. No ei. Joo, siellä on puhtaana pestänne. Eiku siis piestänne. Tosta tuo oli nyt vihollinen eka. Okei, tämä on repeä. Ai! Mä oon repeellä. Oi! Forsman pasko! Minä autan sinua. No niin.
Whether you're a priest or not, I have to admit, you're damned handy with a sword.
Niin on.
Likewise. But what the hell was that all about?
It looks like those friends of yours were right. Von Bergov's spies infiltrated us. Istvan Toth and that Eric of his.
Yeah.
Eric? Where is Eric?
Fuck! To the captives, quick, before it's too late.
Sometime earlier. Kunnians. Me olemme hengissä. Me unohdin laittaa kameran takaisin, kun me olemme vessassa.
I hope Hanush has enough coin to pay the ransom for you. As for you, well, we'll see about you.
Istvan. Sinä. Rotta.
You! Toth! You swine! You're lucky I can't get to you, you treacherous cunt! Bark at me, you dog! Who the hell do you think you are? Where's my sword?
Who is this? Man. Surely you're not going to listen to some vagabond?
What, but you think you should listen to Sigismund's bitch? Enough!
What's he talking about?
Well, you clearly don't know your own men. Although this one is Sigismund's man.
We've already had the honor.
They're making up shit to avoid the gallows.
So that's why you were so keen to avoid that battle.
We were defending the castle as you ordered.
We've been had.
Throw him in the cell with Nebak.
I'm sure you'll get on just fine together.
You're making a terrible mistake!
We'll see about that.
Zhishka, you want it at the gate?
Shit, I'm not done with you yet.
Terve. Voisinpa kuristaa sinut näiden kaltereiden läpi.
Now you're done for. You'll pay for everything you've done.
Why do you think so? The little misunderstanding with the captain will get sorted out soon enough, one way or another. What's interesting is that you cross my path again when I'm doing what I do best. Fate, I suppose. We have the same fairy godmothers. Whores.
You dog! You're in the mood for jokes? After what you did here in the fortress? Give me one good reason I shouldn't strangle you on the spot.
Strangling your rescuer would be a mistake, Siaramir. A big mistake. And most likely a mortal sin.
Rescuer? What are you on about?
Why do you think you're still alive? Thanks to me. I persuaded Zhishka not to get rid of you for good.
Don't listen to him. He's a liar and a traitor to this land.
And a loyal servant of King Sigismund and our Sir Otto von Burgau. Just like you, sir. Or am I mistaken?
Otto von Burgau?
Indeed. While these two support that drunken, good-for-nothing Wenceslas, like that bastard Zhishka.
Why did you help him then?
It was a direct order from Sir Otto.
What order?
Gain Zhishka's trust and stop his perfidious raiding once and for all. Unfortunately, getting away from here in time and warning Sir Otto about the trap was harder than I expected. And that's why I'm locked up here now. In any case, you wouldn't be alive without me. Believe me, sir.
Don't believe him. He's a common bandit. He did the same at my hometown. Attacked castles, murdered, and plundered.
I was given a direct order by my lord, who is yours too, and I'm carrying it out as best as I can.
Behind bars?
Like I said, if everything had gone to plan, it wouldn't be us in this dungeon, but Zhishka. But don't worry, sir. I haven't said my final word yet.
Kuulostaa uhkaavalta.
I don't want to be too hasty, but all right, I'll take your word for it. For the moment. You'll regret it if you're lying to me.
No doubt.
No doubt.
Where's my sword?
Your sword? You're still bothered about that? It's only a piece of iron. I have to admit, your father did a good job on it, though. Beautiful work. His last.
You won't look so pleased with yourself when I'm gutting you with that sword.
I'm not sure you'll get the opportunity, to be honest. If either of us has a chance of getting out of here alive, it's certainly not you.
Don't try it on. You fled from Talmberg like a thrashed dog. And if it's true you're working for von Burgov, you haven't done too well. All your men are dead, and you're here in a cell.
For the time being, wait and see.
Ha! I get the feeling you touched a nerve there, Henry. This vermin doesn't have a backup plan.
I'll be free before you know it.
And how do you intend to get out of here?
Surprisingly, I have better prospects than you two. And waiting for a ransom is only the last resort.
Who would pay a ransom for you?
Don't tell anyone, but how about the man who sent me here? And he's close by. Unlike Lord Hanush is at the other end of the country.
Zhishka would have to be out of his mind to release you.
Really? People like Zhishka know coin is more important than revenge. You can't pay a band of mercenaries with nice feelings. Besides, seeing what happened, I don't think Zhishka is going to want to stay long. And I wouldn't expect him to wait around until a messenger brings a ransom from Ratai. One way or another, he won't have any need for you. Either of you. And that's when my time will come.
Minun miekka.
Are you afraid?
I'm gonna get you.
No one's yet built the gallows I'll swing from, boy.
I don't think Henry's planning to hang you.
It's more likely to rip your gut open. And I'll be glad to help him.
Hans on ride or die. Voi helvetin sinä. Hei!
When did you start recruiting Radzig's people, Eric?
What's the matter? Lost your tongue?
I think he was looking for this.
You swine!
You better hope your father pays a nice fat ransom.
Rot in hell!
Tämä on mulkku.
Eric! We're just about to do some gutting.
There's no time for it.
There's always time for this.
Vielä niinku lesottaa tossa eskotoppa, mikä
Got to
muu on.
flee now!
Me näemme vielä. I see you.
There'll be time when we meet again.
Niin on.
What the fuck was that?
Fuck it!
Terve.
Praise be to our Lord Jesus Christ. Gentlemen!
It's Godwin!
You know, I thought I'd be carrying your bodies home. Can't you even deliver a letter?
Oi.
I will get those fuckers.
Olemme vaihtaneet puolia.
They're riding to Trotsky. You were right.
All you had to do was trust us.
Trust you? When you came at me with von Bergov's army? Sorry, but my eye doesn't see it that way.
Maybe we wouldn't have come at anyone with an army if they hadn't tried to kill us earlier. And
Nee.
weren't cozying up with that bastard Istvan.
There might be some truth in that.
Yeah.
We got off on the wrong foot, all right. But it seems we have a lot to say to each other.
Too right. I have to admit I'm getting a bit lost in all this mess.
You're not the only one.
Well, let's start with you, Captain. You know all of us, but we don't know you from Adam.
I am Jan of Trotsnov, also known as Zhishka. These days in the service of Jan Sokol of Lamberg and Margrave Prokop of Luxembourg.
Prokop? Jobst of Luxembourg's brother? What a coincidence. We're here at Jobst's instigation.
Yep.
Well, Sir Hans, the problem is Prokop is at this very moment in Sigismund's jail in Pressburg on account of Jobst's treachery, which doesn't exactly make us allies.
We know about his past, but it seems he's changed his mind and sided with King Wenceslas. After all, we came here to try to make Lord von Bergov and the League of Lords turn against Sigismund.
Jobst can be very convincing, and then all of a sudden his dagger's in your back. I've seen him twist and turn so many times that I don't believe a word he says. Be that as it may, what you said means we, here and now, really are on the same side.
Aye. But what I want to know is how it came about that instead of delivering a letter, those boys joined our enemy.
How? We had a common enemy, that's how. As soon as we arrived, we were attacked by Zhizka here and his men. They murdered our company, took our message, and on top of that, they had Istvan. with.
And Istvan was actually working for von Bergov all this time.
Where did you pick up that bastard, Zhizka?
When I came here, I was putting together a band and he turned up, along with Eric and a couple of others.
You recruited him? Just like that?
Lord Capon, when you do what I do, you don't get to choose from the best, but the worst. And he was good at our trade. So good, I didn't notice he was setting me up.
If you're in Sokol's service, as you said, what exactly is it you're doing for him?
Waging war, as you've no doubt noticed.
There's a fine line between waging war and marauding.
As a man of your experiences must know, war takes many forms. And since King Wenceslas and Prokop are imprisoned and the Czech noblemen are useless, we're doing the best we can alongside Sokol. We're making life difficult for the traitors who are in league with Sigismund. And Otto von Bergov is traitor-in-chief.
Did you want to kill von Bergov?
Of course. And as you know, we almost succeeded. But just making his life hell was enough. Making sure he lost as much coin and manpower as possible so he couldn't help Sigismund. And we hit him where it hurt, believe me.
So you were doing the same as Toth was doing in Sasau, in Sigismund's service? Or maybe even von Bergov's?
I suppose so. I also understood from what he said that he'd been harassing the enemy a bit too, but he didn't say who that was. Now it's clear why.
Harassing a bit? No offence, but you're a dabbler compared to him. Istvan took Talmberg Castle. He assembled a huge force and almost seized control of the entire Sasau region. The whole region had to band together to put an end to his mischief.
And did you?
I should say so.
You see then, this whole region also banded together against me.
No,
Did
yeah,
they stop me? And who did you say the dabbler was?
Why do you think Istvan joined you when he's on Sigismund's side?
That's a good question. Either he just needed coin and joined the first band he came across, and when he found out who I was, he secretly did an about-face and planned to double-cross us. Or he was already Sigismund's spy when he joined us. Anything's possible.
Why did Istvan let you ambush von Bergov instead of telling him you were at Nebakov? If he's on his side.
Well, that's not so mysterious. It all happened so fast that he didn't have time to do anything. What's more, I kept everyone inside the fortress before the battle. For that precise reason. So no idiot would give us away. Although it's true he wanted to avoid that battle. He tried to talk me out of it. And now we know why. While we're on the subject of Istvan, I understand you have some history between you.
It's a pretty ugly story. As Lord Capon said, he went marauding in our Sasau region. He seized Talmberg Castle, imprisoned my father, and stole his sword. And his commander, Markvart, killed my mother and stepfather while they were raising our village.
That's a long list.
How did you manage to set that trap in the ravine so quickly?
Katarinahan
We only
lähti
heard about the sortie the evening before.
I have my sources.
Come on. I think you can trust us after all that's happened,
Minä en
can't you?
luottaisi.
I'll give you a piece of advice, Lord
Nei.
Capon. Don't trust anyone.
If there's one thing I can't figure out, it's how come you suddenly turned up here, Godwin?
Or would you rather I hadn't?
Certainly not. You came at just the right time. A positive godsend.
I have the feeling it wasn't God who sent you, but my guardian Hanush, eh?
He dropped by to see me just as the bishop was kicking me out of my parish. He said you'd been gone suspiciously long, and I was wondering where I was going to live. So we made a deal that I'd go and check up on you.
That was a good idea, I must say.
I think so too. For a while, I was worried I'd have to take you home in sex.
Well, I understand you were out to harm von Bergov, but why did you attack us, for God's sake?
We saw you meet up with his garrison. It looked like a friendly encounter, so we figured you were with von Bergov.
You killed all my men. They were good lads.
And you killed my men. Though some of them were far from good.
War is a nasty business, Captain. What happened, happened. And it's a burden we all have to bear.
Tell that to Oates.
Yeah, war is a nasty business. Men kill each other, I get that. But your men wanted to rape innocent women. There at the pond.
Nobody raped anybody. I personally made sure of that.
Well, that is true. You killed one of your own.
Like I said, in my trade, you don't work with the best, but the worst. It's hard to keep them reined in sometimes, but I do my best, as you saw with your own eyes.
Do you know Catherine?
Who?
The girl from by the pond, for whose sake you killed your own man.
No.
You killed your own man to protect a woman you don't know?
Looks like it, doesn't it? Nobody has tried anything of the sort since, so they got the message.
How did Semine come to join you?
Von Berghoff is a bad master, and you're not the only ones who don't like what Sigismund's doing in Bohemia. It wasn't hard finding allies who hate him. What actually happened to Semine?
Von Berghoff sent his men to take revenge on him. Both Jan and Olda are alive, but they had to flee. Henry and I helped them. It was a close shave. We burnt down the fortress to cover their escape, so von Berghoff wouldn't suspect anything.
Oh, thank God for that at least. They're good men. It would be a sad loss.
What are we gonna do now?
We can't stay here. God knows what plots those fuckers are hatching right now. We should get ready to leave. Von Berghoff may have lost lots of men, but he won't take this lying down. Word will get out about his humiliation, and the League of Lords will come to his aid.
Where will we go?
I don't know yet. What about that Jobst of yours? Should you send word to him?
He's still somewhere in Brandenburg.
So the best thing would be for all of us to go back to Ratai.
Kotiin.
Wouldn't you like to join us, Zizka?
That sounds like a plan.
You see? Oh, and would you like me to take another look at your eye? An open wound is the last thing you want on a
Joo,
journey.
sori siitä.
Is medicine another of your skills? On top of sword fighting, boozing, and preaching?
Henrikin jos
Getting the last rites isn't the only thing I can do for a fallen man. War is a good teacher.
All right, then. You could look at the bandage for a start.
Jos se haisee, niin sitten se tulee ehtoinen.
Sorry about your eye.
You're lucky it was this one. It must be cursed. I almost lost it as a child already. And then you came along. Still, I have no one to blame for challenging you and taking off my helmet. I'll hand out orders and come and join you in the fort. Sir Hans can take you there.
Olen itsekin oppinut, että kypärä kannattaa pitää päässä, jos tappelee.
Holy shit! Don't worry. I'm sure it doesn't look half as bad as it feels.
It started to fester.
Oh.
I'll have to clean that out.
Just get it over with.
Hyi. No ei sitä onneksi näytetä. Silti näyttää hyvin. Hyvää yötä.
Will he survive?
With God's help.
That's not what I asked.
The wound isn't deep. As long as it doesn't fester, it'll be all right.
So, he won't go blind?
He won't lose his eye. He just needs to get a good night's sleep.
We all do. We're leaving early in the morning before von Berghoff comes and kicks us out.
Can we help somehow?
Aye. Go to bed and no more fighting. And keep your hands off our Clara. Got it?
Miksi se Hansille sanot?
If you really want
Minä olen vaarallisempi.
you can help Bluster load the car.
Yeah.
I think I know where we're most needed now. I'm going to need your help.
Leave me out of it. I'm still seeing stars from that bang to my head.
I'll be happy to help. What can I do?
We should say a few words for those who can no longer hear anything.
Hi.
Dig their graves. It's been a hellishly long day today. Thank God we managed to survive until evening at least. Now it's time to go to those who were not so lucky.
At least they now have eternal peace from everything. And they don't have to choose a lesser evil.
I couldn't help overhearing you talking about that tragedy in Samin. Was that also the choice of a lesser of two evils?
No niin, tähän on varmaan hyvä tältä päivää lopetella. Olemme saavuttaneet pisteen, mihin viimeksikin lopetin. Ensi kerralla päästään jatkamaan sitten ruumiiden hautaamista ja muutenkin ihmettelemään Siskan touhuja. Ja minä en ymmärrä, miksi Hansille sanottiin, ettei Klaraan saa koskea. Se on minun nainen. Nähdään taas. Hei hei, hei hei, hei hei.